Hey YouTubers, so today was my first official day on my pre-op diet. It went really good. I stayed under my 1200 calories, which was the max that we're supposed to have. I think I did just over 1,000. Sorry about that. I'm really tired. It's been a long day and I've had doctor's visits and the gym and sick kiddo throwing up for an hour, the last hour at least. She finally fell asleep. But today was the first day on the pre-op diet. And it was good. I got up this morning, well, last night I pre-made some of the shake, which I will never grind up chia seeds again. They're not bad. They're kind of nutty tasting, but they're a little too gritty for me, I guess. So I've had chia pudding before because I'm addicted to chia pudding. I may or may not have made a video about it. I don't know. If I didn't, I'm sorry. I'll make one eventually. But I made kind of a chocolate protein shake for the morning. Or this morning, today, whatever, yesterday, today. But I took I put 8 ounces of unsweetened vanilla almond milk from Silk. I did a scoop of the Quest chocolate milkshake powder, which is, it's not the best. I've had better, but it's not bad. It's edible. I did an ounce of the Torani sugar-free coffee syrup in the s'mores flavor, which is amazing. If you're keto and you do the bulletproof coffee, put that in there, please, because if you put that in there with a tablespoon of the coconut oil, not the liquid coconut oil, but I'm talking like the solid room temperature coconut oil, that stuff tastes like a freaking almond joy. It's amazing. Anyway, but back to my morning shake. So I did the almond milk, the chocolate Quest powder. I put in the Torani s'mores flavor. I put in an ounce of that, and then I put in a tablespoon of the liquid Luann coconut oil. I did that because it was going to be in the fridge and I didn't want my shake to be like chunky, because don't try to do iced coffee with the solid coconut oil. I'm speaking from experience. It's disgusting. It's like eating chunks of like beef fat. It's just as bad as that. It's disgusting. So if you're going to do something iced or cold, make sure you do the liquid coconut oil. Anyway, I did those. I did chia seeds, and that's all I put in those. I made another one tonight. I did not grind up the chia seeds with the shake, but I did, instead of 8 ounces, I did 16 ounces of the 16 ounces of the Silk vanilla unsweetened almond milk. Calorie wise, it wasn't that bad. I ended up, the total calorie amount for the shake was 400 calories. I still ended up with more protein than any carbs. I think it was like between 12 and 16 grams of carbs for the whole entire thing, which isn't great, but it's better than the oatmeal I was doing. The oatmeal was like 26.5, I think, grams of carb, and that was not the instant. That was actually the old-fashioned oats. So tonight I did the 16 ounces of the unsweetened vanilla almond milk. I did 1 scoop of the chocolate milkshake powder. I did a tablespoon of chia seeds, tablespoon of Luann liquid coconut oil. I did an ounce of the Torani s'mores flavor. I did 2 tablespoons of the PB2 powder. And I think that's it. I don't think I put anything else in there. And then the chia seeds I put in after I blended everything together, so that they wouldn't be like, I guess, crunchy in my shake. The cool thing, if you've never tried chia seeds, and I'm pretty sure, I don't think I have made a video about chia seeds, but chia seeds absorb about 9 times their original size in whatever you put them in, whatever kind of fluid. So if you make a chocolate milk, or if you have a chocolate milk and you put chia seeds in it and you just shake it up consistently, so they don't, because they'll settle, and if they settle, it's gross. Don't do that. Shake them consistently. I say every 15 to 30 minutes. Put them in a container that you can shake them in every 15 to 20 minutes, but every 15 to 20 minutes, shake them up. It's best if you make it in a jar or a closed container drinking thing. I did mine in a mason jar before, and I would just take out the serving size that I needed and eat it at that point, but it'll make like a pudding, and it's, I don't know, for those of you who are like my age, I'm 33, we used to have this drink called Orbitz, and it was like a juice, and it had these floating little like jelly balls in it, and that's almost what chia seeds are like. They're super good. They have protein. They do have very few carbs, but the protein in them is good. I don't know if you've ever heard about them as far as the history, but the Aztecs used to use them, the Mayans used to use them for protein on long journeys. Like they would take them and they would eat those if they were not able to find food, so they'd have some kind of sustenance. And if they drink water with them, it would expand in their bellies and keep them full. So it's definitely something for the pre-op diet. Now, I don't know, I'm sure I can have them on the post-op diet after I'm cleared for that kind of food, of course. But I would think that you can't have them with where they're not already absorbed in the liquid, because they're just going to absorb more on your stomach. So I wouldn't think that would be good for your sleeve, because I would think that would make you maybe more full than you feel at the end of your meal. So I don't know. Anyway, that's just me. I'm not a dietitian, a nutritionist, a doctor, none of that. So that's my day 1 pre-op. I had that, and then I had 35 natural almonds, no salt. They're not roasted or anything. On the way to the gym, because I got up really early to take my daughter to therapy, and then I had to go drop her off with my sister, and it was a long day. So I just felt like I needed something for energy on the way to the gym. So I had those. And then I had a Premier Protein strawberries and cream shake after my workout at like it was 2:30, almost 3 o'clock. It was we'll call it 3 o'clock. And so I ate dinner at about 7. I had another egg roll bowl, which is, I had used pork before, the lowest fat I could find. I think I said this on the video last night, but if I didn't, whatever, it's there. But I had used pork one night, but the fat content is just so bad. So I went ahead and took ground turkey. It was about 2.5 pounds. Browned it, threw in some garlic and some crystallized ginger. Drained whatever was on the meat. Put a little bit more ginger and minced garlic into the meat. Continued to cook it, and then I threw in like an Asian salad mix. Just the green vegetables. Excuse me. And they had some julienne carrots in there as well. So there weren't that many carrots though. I'm not a big raw carrot person. They just don't taste good to me. I mean, it adds a little crunch, but it's whatever. Had Brussels sprouts, broccoli, kale. It wasn't bad. It was really good. And then I had some of the amino acid spray. It's by Bragg. It's a really good company. The only problem I have with it is 0 calorie, but it's got 350 milligrams of sodium per teaspoon of the stuff. And the first time I used it, it was like the recipe I made called for a 1/2 cup of soy sauce. And I made the mistake of using a 1/2 cup of the amino acids. So I don't even know how much salt I ingested, because I made 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I made 4 servings with it. So it was still an astronomical amount, I'm sure, of soy sauce or amino acids, sodium that I ingested. So this was a couple of days ago, so I'm not worried about it now. But so what I did this time was I did a cap full of it. There's like it's a spray bottle, so I just put it in the cap full, or the cap full. I put it in the cap that goes on top of the sprayer. So I guess this is probably a little bit less than an ounce. I tossed that in with some water. I did 3 or 4 capfuls of the water to the 1 capful of the amino acid stuff. And I mixed that with the garlic and the crystallized ginger before I put it on the turkey meat. So it wasn't bad. Tonight I took some of my I can't believe it's not butter spray and put that on there just to give it a little bit of buttery flavor for something different for tonight. And it totally changes the flavor up. It makes it creamier, not in a bad way though. But because I didn't eat so much today, I wanted to make sure I had enough calories so that I'm not deficient in anything. So I ate like 3 servings of that, which was only like 277 calories. It wasn't bad. The servings are not bad. They're pretty big. They're good size servings. Maybe like a cup. I guess it's maybe like a cup, a little bit more than a cup for 1 serving. It sounds like now that I say it, it sounds like a lot of food, but weight-wise, I feel great. I don't feel tempted. I've seen some really good food that looked like my brain was like, you want that food. It looks really good, but I wasn't hungry and I didn't feel like deprived because I couldn't eat it. What's really cool is Torrid, which is one of my favorite stores that I shop at. This is the shirt that I have on now, but I'm not going to, I don't have any other clothes on underneath it, so I'm not going to show you guys that because it's inappropriate. But it's a really comfortable house shirt. It's just unfortunately too see-through without an undershirt with it. So, anyway, but Torrid is one of my favorite stores. They have more trendy clothes than Lane Bryant, which is another one of my favorite stores. So if I'm feeling like I need more adorable clothes, more girly clothes, I guess, I'll go there. If I need more business clothes, I'll go to Lane Bryant. It just kind of depends on what they have out each season. Anyway, but Torrid had a 70% off all of their clearance items today. So I think I got $300 worth of clothes because each of their shirts is like $40, $38 minimum for their shirts. So each of the shirts was like $9. And then I got a pair of their active wear pants, which is normally $58, and some change. I got them for $14.99. So I'm super excited about that. I bought those pants, they're size 2, hoping that they would fit me because the pants that I have now are size 3 and I have to wear them up under my boobs because they're so big. But when I tried these size 2s on, they don't fit. But I'm not upset about that because I'm going to need something to work out in when I lose the weight. So I just put them in another Torrid bag that I had from earlier, and the clothes that are not fitting me right now are all going to go in there, and that's what I'm going to go through when I need something that fits. But while I was there, I noticed there were a lot of things that I really wanted in my size. Like, I found myself looking at the dresses, and I'm thinking, Jamie, you have 3 really nice dresses and 3 really cute dresses that are more casual at the house that you're not going to be able to wear after the surgery. You can't buy more dresses. And then I remember looking at some sweaters and thinking, man, I really want this sweater. It's so cute, and it's only like $9, but there's this little voice in my head that was like, Jamie, like, in the next year, you're not going to be wearing that. This next winter, you're not going to be able to fit in that sweater. It's going to be way too big on you. Which was really nice. It wasn't like a sad, like, oh my God, you're going to gain weight. It was like, you're not going to be that size anymore. You don't need to worry about buying these clothes right now. The only reason I bought the shirts that I did buy was I needed something comfortable for Mexico. I needed some clothes that would be warm enough. They have like a little bit longer than 3/4 length sleeves on them, but they're big enough that I can roll them up and still be comfortable. But everybody that I've talked to tells me that you get really cold after the surgery. And I know I'm rambling. Sorry, guys. But everybody says that I know, at least, has told me that they get really cold after surgery. So I figured at least if I get cold, I can just pull the sleeves down and I'm good. I also wanted something that wouldn't be too revealing, so I could just throw on like a tank top and then put on my, like, I had bought like one of those little plaid overshirts, to where I can't even button it. It's frustrating because it's like a size 4, but I can't even button the shirt. So I haven't gained weight. I guess it's just their sizing is off on that particular shirt, because all 3s fit me just fine with everything else. But I'm excited because it's going to be buttoning very, very soon, and that makes me happy. So I went to the gym by myself today. Usually I have my best friend, or I have my daughter. And it's really hard to work out with an 11-year-old. I don't know if you have ever worked out with a child that is old enough to take care of themselves for the most part, but it's infuriating. Like, she's got some depression issues, and so I am very attentive to her. And because of the issues that she's had this year, I've had to be super attentive to the things that she needs. So I thought it would be good for her to get out and be active with me. It's something we could do together. But it was a disaster taking her to the gym. I take her because it's good for her to get out still, though. I went today and it was so wonderful. I got a full 30 minutes on the treadmill. I switched between I don't know what kind of stationary bikes they are, but there's one that you sit in like almost like a car seat, and there's another one that you sit in or sit on like a regular bike. So the one that you sit on like a car seat actually makes my feet hurt. So I can get about 20 minutes in on that one. It's just because of where the pressure gets put on my feet. And what's weird is my shoes never make my feet hurt unless I'm on that particular bike. And it's not just one bike that's like that, it's all of them in the gym. So I push myself. Usually 5 minutes in I'm hurting, and so I push myself until 20 minutes. And by the time I get about 5 minutes in on the other bike, my feet are done tingling because they're at the point where they're almost numb because they hurt so bad from the other bike. So I really pushed myself on that one, and then I did another 10 or 12 minutes on the regular stationary bike where you sit on it like a regular bike. I wanted to go longer, and I probably could have, but I was exhausted from the day. I was just really proud that I pushed through and I felt good. I went ahead and treated myself to a hydro massage and came home, and that's when I went to Torrid, and here we are. So I went ahead and prepped my food for tomorrow. The only thing I don't have prepped is dinner. Obviously, they're protein shakes. There's only one I have to prep because the other one's already made. But I'm going to go to the gym in the morning, work out again with my best friend, Katie. And I will let you guys know how everything goes. For the last couple of days, I've been kind of stalled on my weight loss. For those of you, this is TMI, for those of you who don't know, I have PCOS. My period starts when I lose weight. I lost 11 pounds. My period started. I don't know how long I'm going to have it, but I had gained like a pound back of the weight that I had lost. And I was kind of beating myself up about it, but I woke up this morning. Stop it, Brittany. My cat is loving on my hand and making my phone move. Hold on just a minute. Stop. She just talks all the time. You want to talk to YouTube? Hey, Brittany. Bree. Yeah. Yeah? I'll pet you when the video's over, okay? Okay? Okay, I love you. She's crazy. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. So yeah, tomorrow, hopefully we'll see some more change, but I went back down that pound this morning, and I think it was just, I had been mixing my protein powder and one of my Premier Protein shakes together after my workouts, and I think that's what was hurting me. because it was just too much protein. My nutritionist said that anything more than 40 grams of protein is too much. So I'm running out of time on my phone, so I'm going to go ahead and upload this video. If you have any questions, give me a holler.